It's bad enough that executives are letting a culture of harassment run rampant within their own companies, but then you have those executives who are going outside of their company and engaging in rather horrifying, nefarious activities, like a PlayStation senior vice president or a Sony Interactive Entertainment senior vice president who was recently fired because he was caught up in a sting operation that exposed him as a child predator. I wish I could say I'm joking, but I'm not, and I'm sure many of you might have heard about this already, but let's just dive right into it. Here's a report from Kotaku whose headline is pretty clear about the situation. PlayStation executive fired after child predator allegation video posted online, and scrolling down, we'll find the details about the man himself, a senior vice president at Sony Interactive Entertainment, specifically senior vice president of engineering, who had worked in engineering and on the PlayStation Store since 2013, has been terminated from his position because he reportedly appeared over the weekend in a child predator sting operations video. And I'll show you the video in a bit alongside evidence that this group compiled against George Cacioppo here, which is the name of the predator and perpetrator. So basically, People vs. Preds, this vigilante group who has a YouTube channel that exposes this stuff, impersonated a 15-year-old boy, made contact with Cacioppo online, and invited him for intimate relations at his home, at the senior vice president's home. And what People vs. Preds claims is that they had conversations with the man they allege is Cacioppo, who was using the alias Jeff on dating site Grindr, and after discussions agreed to meet up at Jeff's home. The video above begins with a member of the group approaching a home and greeting a man by the name of Jeff, who opens the door wearing a PS5 t-shirt before having the door closed in their faces after revealing the purpose of their filming. While the video itself doesn't show any crimes being committed, the group did post a number of screenshots they say detail the arrangements for the encounter, which include an alleged selfie of Cacioppo wearing the same shirt that Jeff is wearing in the video, and this is in a Google Drive link that is in the description of that video, and I'll get to that as well. Now, it was CNET who reported that the senior vice president had been fired after this video came out, so Sony and PlayStation did take swift action when they found out. And finally, Kotaku details some context they got directly from People v. Preds, specifically in regards to the reason why they didn't take this to the authorities and decided to release it publicly instead. Basically, the response was that the police department doesn't work with cyber groups like us. That's when the internet takes over. So the police won't work with them on an official capacity, so they put this information out there so word will spread and the police will begin conducting an investigation. Though it was noted that evidence has been turned into the authorities in the hopes that that will help accelerate things, because clearly this man needs to be taken off the streets. Here's CNET's report on things, noting how the senior vice president of engineering at Sony for the past 8 years, according to his LinkedIn profile, was recently fired after being caught in the sting video. Now, if you go to his LinkedIn page right now, you'll find that the profile is not available. It would seem as though this man is going in hiding and trying to erase as much digital footprint as possible. CNET also reached out to Sony, and Sony actually got back to them with this statement: "We are aware of the situation and the employee in question has been terminated from employment," so Sony relayed directly to CNET that this man has been fired. And then scrolling down further, you'll find a screenshot of the now deleted LinkedIn profile. You can see this is George Cacioppo, the man featured in the video here. And if you go to the Google Drive featured in the video and look through those pictures and screenshots, yeah, it's him, straight up, without question. CNET details the exchanges that People v. Preds and Cacioppo had online. He spoke with a person who said he was 15 years old. The two exchanged pictures and discussed intimate acts. According to screenshots of the conversation, Cacioppo allegedly told the decoy that his name was Jeff and provided his address. The decoy said he would take an Uber to his location, and Cacioppo was allegedly waiting outside. Which gives us the context of the video itself, which you can see right here. It was premiered or streamed live on December 3rd, 2021 by People v. Preds. And you can see right here a man walking up to a house, and you can see Cacioppo waiting outside, and then realizing what's going on, decides to head back into the hole that he stepped out of. And he keeps looking back, and this guy essentially kind of goes off, relays that he's caught his face on video and that there will be consequences. But there is no denying, just looking at the video here, it's him. Let me actually play the full segment for you so you can see what's going on.
Who you out here to meet tonight, Jeff? Jeff, we can have a conversation or I can call the cops, Jeff. Jeff, I can call the
There's
cops.
a PlayStation shirt.
No. You want it? Jeff, you want to have a conversation? Jeff, I got your face on video, you fucking scumbag.
You get the idea. Now, if you scroll down to the description section and you click on this link, you'll be taken to the following Google Drive, and there are 2 folders inside here, Decoy 1 and Decoy 2, one from October 2001, another one from December 2001. In Decoy 1, you'll find the following images where they expose his face and some of the exchanges that they had, and then in the second folder, they actually show the pictures, the selfies that Cacioppo took of himself and sent to someone who claimed to be a 15-year-old. And I'm not going to go through every single one of these screenshots, no doubt. The authorities will sift through this, and I'll leave the link to that in the description, and you can look at them yourself to make your own conclusions. But with the video and the Google Drive, it's fairly evident that this is a middle-aged man who, assuming this boy was 15 years old, although he really wasn't, decided to engage the way he did. He clearly had the intention of engaging intimately with a minor, and that tells you a lot about this individual. This is all undoubtedly extremely incriminating. And while authorities in the court of law no doubt will do a more thorough investigation to gauge what's real and what isn't, so far the evidence seems pretty clear. And Sony firing him so quickly goes to show that Sony also believes that the evidence is very clear. And it's disheartening that the deeper we dig into the games industry, the scummier the executives and the people in power seem to become. I am glad that Sony took swift action. I mean, Bobby Kotick might have tried to defend him if he was someone who made him a lot of money. You know, I'm not ruling out that possibility, but this guy so far is looking like a scumbag, looking like he got busted pretty handily by this group of, vigilantes, if you will. And if all this indeed implies what it absolutely does seem to imply, then good on People v. Preds for taking action and exposing people like him to hopefully get him off the streets and get him somewhere where he can be rehabilitated. Because this is, I don't have to say it, completely unacceptable and disgusting and horrifying. And these companies need to do a better job of vetting people like this, though, to be fair. I don't know how you'd vet behavior like this. These people obviously try to keep that stuff hidden, so they'll be very secretive about everything, use aliases and whatnot, like Jeff here did. But still, this is a crappy situation, and hopefully Sony will take appropriate measures, aid in investigations where they can. So yeah, I don't know what else to say except we need to pave the road to a future where executives and people in power, people who abuse their power or let abusers slide, are held accountable. For now, though, that's one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts and opinions are on the situation. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated if this develops further. But for now, share your thoughts below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.